like it's different on the album than it
Oh
is
yeah,
for
it's
like
a live performance.
for
I
like
prefer it that
radio.
way.
Yeah, for like radio. I kind of that's what I'm saying. I like that too. I like it better. I didn't like the when it first came out on the radio. It kind of sounded so different from him, and I was like, who is this guy? Like,
I don't like the way he changed his voice. It sounds too computerized. Like on that one, you can feel him when he's saying, especially like what happens into the song.
Exactly. So that's what I was like when I heard it like on the album. I was like, oh, this is like completely different than what the radio was playing and stuff, which I liked better. So that's why I'm glad like when the album came out, I was like, okay, like this is like the Kendrick that we all like, not the radio version of him.
Yeah,
exactly. The mainstream version of him. But yeah, I love this new album. It's so good. And J. Cole's new album is pretty good too.
Yeah,
I like
Cole's
it.
album.
Those are like the rap artists.
So happy.
That are keeping it alive. And yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I kind of didn't like Born Sinner, so when he came back with this one, I was like, like, okay, we still got J. Cole.
Yeah.
From like Friday Night Nights and stuff like that.
My brother, I think, just he just saw J. Cole, I think, at the observatory. Because that's like a pretty like cool venue in Orange County. So that's where I'm from. And so like before it wasn't as good, but now like a lot of people are going there, like a lot more bigger artists. But I really like the fact that because some people were trying to get in and stuff, and they were telling me how they told their employees that day like they didn't want anybody like on the guest list or anything because the show had sold out. It was like all fans. And so I really like that aspect that he's like, no, don't bring like any extra people. Like no, none of your people are allowed to bring anybody. I'm not gonna do that. Like he's like for the fans. And my brother went to the show and he's like, yeah, I really felt like he was like trying to be there like for the fans and stuff.
Everybody's trying to, I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cole is like that. Like even during this album, he would go to people's houses, listen to it with them and talk with them and stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift did something just like that too.
Which
is so funny. Yeah, she did. She did for her album. She did like, I guess she has like 8 houses or something like that, whatever. In like different countries. I was like, wow, like okay. But at each one of her houses, she had like a listening party, and she would like pick fans. But I'm like, I'm trying to think like how, like they found these people. Like how.
There's got to be some strategy.
There has to be some strategy too, because too like you have to be careful. Like you never know.
You don't want to end up at the wrong house.
Yeah. Or you don't want to end up with someone that's gonna like say things that they're not supposed to.
That's true too.
So it's because I think she did it like way before it came out. So that's why I was like, wow, that's like that'd be really cool to like get invited to something like that. But it's also like, I'm pretty sure everybody at those at those house listening parties had to sign some kind of contract. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because they would not be allowed to.
They wouldn't be smart enough
to do Taylor Swift's album already before. Especially since she doesn't put any of her music on Spotify anymore.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Like, I love Taylor Swift, but I'm just like, I don't understand why you have to take your... Like, you still get money off of plays on Spotify. So I'm like...
Yeah, I don't know the whole deal with... Yeah, I don't know the whole deal with Spotify either, but a lot of artists are talking about, like, doing what she's gonna do. And putting it on
because
Tidal.
that's what I'm saying. Tidal is coming up now, and it's probably gonna take out... The thing is, it's not... $20 is not that bad, but versus 10, it's, like, better. But... I still don't understand the difference from what they tell me, just because it's like high quality, version of listening and watching or something like that. I don't know.
I don't understand that.
I don't understand it, but it's Jay-Z. He's putting his money on it. He's putting all those people, and
a lot of people are
putting their money on there, and it's supposed
I think
to be
it's just more support for the artists.
Yeah.
Like that's what they're doing.
Yeah, I get what that means too, but I just like, I don't know, maybe there's something about Spotify that I don't know, but from what I understand, like they still get money off of the plays on there.
Well, from what I hear is like each Spotify listen or stream or whatever, it's only 25 cents towards the artist.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure the artist has to split that up. So
yeah.
It's no money. So that's why the artists came together.
Depending on artists. I mean, like if it's like Beyonce or somebody, they probably would make a nice pocket off of it.
Oh yeah, of course, off streams, yeah.
Not everybody else. Yeah, there's a lot of like independent artists that like don't get that much radio play. That's how I'll find them on there.
Oh really?
Yeah. So like a lot of people that probably wouldn't be on radio, and stuff like that. So, but I don't know now with the title coming out, like who knows what's gonna happen? Because all like if you saw, did you see the commercial for it and everything? Yeah. Like all the people on there were like top high, like people in music, and so it's just like I don't know what's gonna happen when that launches. If it's gonna take out Spotify or not. But I love Spotify, so I'd be really upset if that goes away and then I can't do it. So
no, it's probably just gonna be another brand.
Yeah, because I think Google Play does the same thing, and theirs is like $7 a month. Somebody had told me that, but I was like, I already spend Spotify so much that I can't like bear to take it away. So then when I heard about Tidal, I was like, $20 a month is a lot. Like,
well, they have an option for $10 a month too.
Yeah. Okay. I just don't. I don't know if it's gonna be like
higher quality,
everybody's music or just people that they're in projects with music.
No, I think it's whoever signs up.
Probably, yeah. So that's why I was like, you know, they probably wouldn't even have all the artists that I listen to on there. So who knows? Yeah, but I don't think it's launched yet. I'm not sure. I just know it just got announced and everything, and now everybody's like.
I think when it launches, we'll know for sure.
We'll know exactly. We'll know for sure. Oh yeah, there'll be so much promotion. Yeah, that's gonna go everywhere. It's gonna be insanely crazy. Your girl Marol on the mic here for another great week, and today I have special guest Nino Supreme. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. What's up, you guys?
Glad to have another great guest here. So before we really start, we just want to introduce yourself and kind of tell us what you're all about.
All right. My name is Nino Supreme. I'm from Inglewood, California, and I'm on here repping for Young Black Socialites. And you know, I'm just trying to put some positivity in music and give the listeners something else to focus on besides what they hear in the mainstream.
I like it. I like the positive message. So, how did you kind of get started in music and everything? Like, was it something that you did just as a kid you always loved, or when was kind of the moment where you're like, okay, I really want to put like my time and energy into this?
As a kid, I always kind of wanted to do it. I wasn't really sure at first, but my brother, he's a recording artist as well.
Okay.
And he took me to a few of his studio sessions, and I was just sitting there watching him record and stuff like that. You know, the long process behind that, I started to want to do it myself. So he told me to write some songs, you know, and eventually, after I finished a couple songs, he let me do my own thing, you know. And from there, I just been going. I recorded my first song at 16, so pretty much since there I've been going.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, for you, what kind of artists like influence you a lot? What do you get inspired by as far as music today that you think is really great?
The people out today, I got three main artists I really listen to is J. Cole, Drake, and Kendrick Lamar. Those are I listen to a lot of other music, but in my rotation it's mostly them. And I'll go ahead and throw in Nipsey Hussle in the game too for the West Coast influence here. I need to listen to gangster rap, so I listen to those guys.
What about those guys that you think, like in this generation, you think are adapted so well?
People who have adapted. I like Kendrick because he does his own thing, you know. J. Cole, he does his own thing. He talks about the struggle or the real things, you know, coming up, like people that probably don't really sing about too much, you know. And I like them because I feel like they haven't adapted. You talking about adaptation. I like them because they haven't adapted. They did their own thing. They came out the gate, this is who I am, and they haven't really changed up, you know. I mean, people say Drake changed up a little bit, but, you know, he's still the same Drake. Keep 100, he's still the same.
So I listened to some of your music, and it feels like you are always trying to kind of tell a story or kind of something, like paint a picture for people, you know? And so what are the stories that you kind of want to explain to people, like, you know, as an example or something? What do you think kind of influences you at least to write those stories or things like that?
Definitely real life experiences influenced me to rap. Like, I got a song called Jungle Fever. It's about my first interracial relationship, and it's like the kind of the connection we grew and how the connection came. And then I talk about meeting her father, and then I have like a second part to the song where the beat changes, and it's just me explaining my love for her, even though, you know, we got to go through some things because people may not want to see these two colors together. Yeah. So, you know, that's really a deep song. I encourage everybody to check it out, especially if you're in an interracial relationship. You'll probably connect with it really fast and understand what I'm talking about. Yeah.
I like that. That's cool. And so anything, so you kind of put like more of like yourself out there as far as your life.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely put myself in my music because it's very therapeutic. I may also write about, you know, other experiences that other people have had, but, you know, it's just like whatever inspires me, you know? Yeah. Like if I see a situation or like talk to somebody on the street and their situation has inspired me to write, then I'll go ahead and put that situation on wax. Yeah. You know, because I feel like a lot of people need to be opened up to it.
Yeah,
you know?
That's a great story to put out there, or it's like you just said that it just inspires you, so you think it's a great story.
I'll be honest, it's a little bit therapeutic for me as well, but I more so do it so like people who don't speak up, have nobody to connect with on certain situations or nobody to talk to. Well, I feel like if I put my thing out there, maybe they won't feel so bad and feel like, oh, I'm not alone in this situation, you know?
Yeah, I like that. You know, music is very therapeutic for people, so it's
not just artists.
Exactly, you can be a listener and do the same thing. So that's part of like what you do, or is it just kind of a group that you guys have brought together? If you want to just touch up a little bit.
A lot of people work like that, you know.
Yeah.
You got engineers, DJs, videographers, photographers, a lot of people that we're kind of like employing right now and giving them something to do other than just being in the streets not doing anything, you know?
Exactly. So promoting kind of positivity towards the community and letting people use their creativity for something positive.
Exactly. Giving them outlet.
Got it. Okay. I like that. You guys should check that out because it's awesome.
Yeah, youngblacksocialites.com.
Yeah, there you go. Shout it out. What do you kind of hope? So how long have you been doing music?
Seriously, probably since it's probably gonna be like the 4th year of me really doing it. I got 6 mixtapes out.
Okay.
Yes, I've just been doing it for 4 years. I mean, it's a lot. Just go to youngblacksocialites.com and listen to some of my music. I mean,
what do you kind of hope as far as like, you know, do you hope for longevity in your career, or what is something that you envision for, you know, the future as far as your music?
Yeah, I believe in attaining longevity because it's people where I dropped my first mixtape and like they're still listening to me and keeping up with me. So I think longevity is definitely possible. But for the most part, I do this music to, like I said, it's therapeutic and to have fun and to put out positive vibes. You know, I'm doing a lot of other stuff that, you know, is going to help my music grow at the same time, you know, me grow as a person. So that's my focus, is just growing as a person.
Yeah, and so what do you hope to do, like, next, like, in the future, maybe? Like, what would be a dream or a goal of yours?
Right now I'm working on a mixtape. It's going to be called Focus 2. My first mixtape ever was called Focus, and what it stands for is Facing Obstacles Created Under Society. So it's a little acronym, you know. And I eventually want to turn that into like a program for the youth, to where I can give people's kids something to do after school, so they're not out there getting into the wrong things. Because like I said, I grew up in Inglewood, California. And before they closed down the gym over there in Darby Park, I used to go there and lift weights all the time. But like, by the time I was graduating, they closed down the gym and I kind of didn't have anything to do after school. So, you know, thank God for music, or else I really don't know what I would be doing. Yeah. So I feel like if I can ever give back one day, then that's what I should be doing. I feel right about that.
Yeah, I like that. Spreading positivity into the community.
Yes.
So we're going to ask you a couple, like, before that, actually, do you ever do any live shows or anything like that, or perform for any people?
Yeah, I've performed plenty of places. I performed at UCLA. I performed at a few sports bars. I've actually done some spoken word right here on Dominguez Hills.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I forgot the name of the poetry club that let me do that, but I'm sorry.
I think they do like poetry slams too, right? Okay.
Yeah, they do poetry slams. My cousin is actually on the team.
Okay, cool. That's awesome. Yeah. So do you have any coming shows or anything coming up?
Right now, I'm really focused on the mixtape, and like I said, I got my hands in other things like with the studio, and you know, I'm doing a lot of other stuff because I got things to maintain. You know what I'm saying? And, so no shows right now, but probably more towards the summer I'll be doing more performing because that's when the mixtape will be ready.
So what do you enjoy like the most about performing live?
Like I said, just connecting with the people and really like the expression on their faces when they're feeling what I'm saying. You know, like I feel like I'm doing something different and that they're receiving something different and they can actually appreciate it.
Yeah, cool. I like that. So for some of, I always like to, you know, just ask some fun questions for my guests, just to kind of get the people to know them, you know, lighten up the mood a little bit. So if you had like an option to have like anybody to collaborate with or to write with or to produce, whatever it was, what would be like that dream to work with?
Dead or alive? Or what's up?
Dead or alive, actually, yeah. We're going to put it out there and then, dead or alive.
Oh, that's hard. I really love Curtis Mayfield.
Okay.
I think it'll probably be him. That one song he has, Pusher Man, like my mom used to play that all the time when I was little. Matter of fact, shout out to my mom, it's her birthday.
Aw,
she gave me the
birthday.
blessing to come on here today,
Aw,
so that's
yay.
cool. But yeah, my mom used to play the song Pusher Man all the time when I was little, and just the dum, dum, all the beats and stuff used to always get to me, and that's kind of where I like really started singing something, you know?
Yeah.
That's one of the first things I really started singing, so Curtis Mayfield, definitely. I think he's a musical genius anyway.
Awesome. Who is your celebrity crush?
Celebrity crush. That's crazy. I know everybody has one. I usually don't think about stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, on your playlist, because we're listening to his picks, guys.
Yeah, no celebrity crushes.
You had asked me to put Janae Aoki on there.
Yes.
Do you like her? Is awesome.
Yeah, I think she's a beautiful young lady.
Yes.
I love her work. She's an awesome artist.
Yes.
So many of her songs speak to me. It's ridiculous, and like she's a very hippie type vibe, weed smoker. Even though I don't smoke weed or anything.
Coachella type chick.
Yeah, exactly. I still connect with her music. So
exactly.
All your fans aren't weed smokers.
Exactly. But that's okay. That's what I'm saying. Music can connect you. There's tons of bands that I listen to that smoke, and I don't. So it's the same thing.
Oh, that's what's up. You don't smoke either?
No,
okay,
I don't.
I'm not alone in this world.
You're not alone in this world. It's okay.
Yeah.
What is your favorite movie ever?
Favorite movie
If you can't pick an of all time, you know, at the moment, like if you can't pick an all-time favorite.
Yeah, I can't pick one, but I'm really eager to go see the new Fast and Furious movie.
I heard it's really good.
I heard it's really dope too, and I want to see what they do to commemorate Paul Walker.
Paul Walker, yes.
Because people are going crazy about it.
Yeah, favorite place that you've traveled to, or if you haven't done anything recently, what would be like your dream place to go visit?
Dream place, I definitely want to visit Africa. You know, just to get the feel for what it is over there, because what they're always showing us over here, I've been led to know that's not always true.
Yeah.
You know, it's different parts to Africa, so I want to get out there and see for myself what's going on.
Yeah,
you know?
I hear it's a beautiful country. So
exactly. Before we have all these judgments off of TV, completely take our mind. You know.
Exactly.
So I want to see what Africa is about.
Yeah. If you could only listen to one album for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Man. Maybe the Biggie, Ready to Die.
Yeah.
It's so motivational to me. Like all the stories that he's telling, like that inspires me a lot too. I like storytelling stuff.
Awesome.
Storytelling music, you know.
Did you get to think of an embarrassing moment?
Not being able to come up with an embarrassing moment on radio.
There you go. Not being able to think of anything.
Not being able to think of anything.
Is there, before we take a quick break, is there anything else that you kind of want to tell the public about yourself that maybe they should be, you know, checking out, or about yourself, or anything else you'd like to say?
Yeah, go check out my new video on YouTube. It's called Hell If I Know. That's the latest single.